Yes, people, welcome back to Never a Foul. Make sure you smash a like, subscribe, check out the video content, check out the live content as well. Look, I done a video the other day talking about Cole Palmer and that this guy is the next big thing. It's simple as that. He can do everything. I said it: dribble, pass, shoot, create, ball carry. He's got the tools. But one thing I want to say to people out there watching this is that Chelsea have also got the tools, and don't be reactionary to their draw to Nottingham Forest, because this is what football fans can do. Yeah. And that's why I'm going to come on here and make another video about Chelsea, because what I want to do is show consistency, because I see the movements, I see the progress, I see that it's 2 months into Maresca's reign, 3 months into Maresca's reign, and they are on the right tracks. Yes, they've drawn against Nottingham Forest, but when you look at it and overall reflect on their start to the season, it has been a strong start to the season. In the top four, 14 points, won four, drawn two, lost one, and they're 4 points currently off top of the table. They are currently 3 points sat off Arsenal and Man City. That's one defeat. Now, if you said to Chelsea fans, okay, start of the season, you're going to get to the October international break and you're going to be sat 3 points off Arsenal, Manchester City, they would have bit your hand off. And I know you guys watching this would have bit your hand off. And that's where you are, because you're showing that level of consistency. And one thing I want to do as well is, because I watch a lot of football teams, right? I don't just watch the top six. I watch Serie A, I watch Spanish football, I watch the lower teams in the Premier League. No disrespect to them. And Nottingham Forest, let me tell you this, they are very good defensively. I'm talking top five, top six in the league defensively. They're robust, they're a unit. They've got Nuno Espirito Santo, who, let's be real, he's managed at Wolves and that famous back five in them years when we saw them being successful. He knows how to set up a team. He knows how to organize a team. He was a former goalkeeper himself. He knows what he wants to see in front of him. And they went to Chelsea and they made it a very, very competitive game. But if you want me to put context on it, and yeah, Liverpool fans, you're not going to like this. Forest went to Liverpool and won. Liverpool's only defeat this season. Nottingham Forest at Anfield. Nottingham Forest go to Chelsea and get a draw, and Chelsea actually fall behind and they come back 1-1 and could have potentially won the game. It's not actually that bad a result when you look at it in the grand context of things. And this is why you've got to show respect to Chelsea in their start of the season under Enzo Maresca. It's simple as that, because they're 3 points off Arsenal and City, and they're 4 points off top. And they're currently in the top four. They're cruising through in Europe at the moment. They're still in the Carabao Cup. There's a lot of green boxes that are being ticked right now. And I think ultimately we can go through it. It is simple as that. The first one would be actually the back four in terms of their confidence and the use of his squad. Now, look, Chelsea, we know have got a big squad. We know that Maresca is going to have to manage the teams and, manage the players correctly in the competitions that he chooses to play them in. And he's been doing that. He's got Cucurella, who some fans were wanting to be sold last season, playing back well. Look at Cucurella for Spain in the Euros, a top performer. Same at Brighton. Now he's got that confidence in him at Chelsea that Cucurella is starting to perform and nail down the spot as the left back at Chelsea Football Club. You've got Levi Colwill. Now, a lot of fans were annoyed last season, Poch playing him at left back. He's not a left back. It's simple as that. He's a centre back that's athletic, he's dynamic, he's quite strong on the ball, and he's aggressive. And I tell you one thing as well, he don't mind getting stuck in and getting in someone's face. And sometimes in football, you need a bit of that bite. You need someone in your team that's going to stand up and show that you are men, not just a young squad. And Cole does that. And then you've got Fofana, who's coming back from 2 ligament injuries, but them two are forming a partnership now. So already you're looking at a team, right? When you compare it to Manchester United, for example, that are changing their back four, nothing's really too settled at the moment. You've got Chelsea that are lining up in the Premier League with Cucurella, Colwill, Fofana, and obviously Gusto when he's now back fit, because Reece James is a long-term absency. And look, he's given them confidence. They're building relationships. He's got trust in them. It's not this person's going to go out on loan, or, this player's going to start this game. No, he's actually starting to look at his team and say, right, this is my back four and this is what I was going to go with. And this is a perfect example, right? One of my boys, Claudio, I don't know if you guys remember him on Never Frau from years ago, but Claudio even said to me this week, I am devastated that Fofana and I believe it's Cucurella are out for the game against Liverpool after the international break. because he's already realizing the valuability of having them consistently in that team and what also they're providing to Chelsea in terms of balance and actually having natural players in their natural positions. Fofana, quick as well, athletic, finding his way back from injury, of course, but Cucurella, like I said, a natural left back and solid. Now he's looking at that Liverpool game after the international break and thinking, damn, we're probably going to lose because that's two vital cogs of our team not playing because they're suspended. So when you look at it and what Enzo Maresca's doing, even with the defense at the moment, it's quality. Because you look at the Carabao Cup and you look at the Europa League and then it's Badiashile and Dizazi and them type of players, Vega getting their minutes. He's using the squad smart. They're not getting as many injuries as last year. And these are all pluses that you're looking at when you're looking at the defensive side of things at the moment. And then you're taking that further forward into the season where you want to be competing for the top four and where you want to be competing for the Carabao Cup and the Europa League. And evidently, of course, the FA Cup once that starts in January. And then you look at the midfield. Enzo wasn't great against Nottingham Forest. I can admit that. I don't think he was an amazing. He didn't have an amazing game, but you know that there are games where he is going to be good. Caicedo is Caicedo. Again, another player that's coming to Chelsea and he's having his second season syndrome where he's adjusting and he seems to be grabbing it by the balls now and saying, look, I know I'm a Chelsea player. I want to be the main central midfielder at this football club. And he's doing that. And then you've got Lavia coming back from injury. Now, the key is, can Lavia stay fit? Because if he does, they've got a great central mid trio. Look at that midfield trio. Enzo, Caicedo, and Lavia. Bit of guile, a bit of bite, someone that can control in the six role. They've got really something to work with. And then you've got Cole Palmer just doing Cole Palmer things. And I think that this guy is brilliant. It's simple as that. If anyone saw it 1-1 yesterday or Sunday when it was against Nottingham Forest, the little turn, that he got at the edge of the box, shot with his right foot, Sells made a great save, and then he made a double save. Sells had a great game. So did Sanchez that game. Any team could have won it. But you look at Cole Palmer, I think it's just the moments of brilliance like that that help Chelsea and will get them through tough moments in the season because, the question marks will always be, will they score enough goals? Because Jackson, we know, is a good hold-up striker, can run the channels, does a lot of this. The whole game he does well, apart from sometimes putting the ball in the back of the net. Jadon Sancho, he's one that, you're going to get a good game from, and then sometimes he's not involved because he's just one of them technical players that sometimes he's not really in it for the fight, but he wants to play the pretty stuff. And that's the thing with Sancho. You've got to kind of accept that you're going to get the hot and cold with him. But that's why you have different profiles in Pedro Neto, Yao Felix, even Mudryk, who's out of favour. But Chelsea have got weapons in attack. Look at all the players. They throw in Nkunku, Felix, Mudryk, Neto, all on the weekend to try and salvage 3 points. No other team in the league can really do that. So when you look at what Chelsea are doing, despite not getting the win against Nottingham Forest, look at it as a collective. They're starting to build a real team, a real unit, and the football they're playing at the moment is actually it's pretty attractive. They're attacking, they want to score goals, they want to win games. And Maresca's there on the touchline showing his energy as well, and the players are buying into it. So that's why I'm going to say, don't be jumping on the ship of the Forest blip because it was just one blip. But I've already said it to you. Forest went to Anfield and won. They went to Chelsea and got a draw. This team is no joke. Nottingham Forest are defensively solid, and anyone that's taking points off them this season, especially away, it would be a good result. And I know people might laugh and say, what, Forest? No, you got to look at football collectively, and they're a very good unit with Morgan Gibbs-White, Alanga, Hudson-Odoi, Chris Wood on form. I think he's got 4 or 5 goals already this Premier League season. They are doing well. So Chelsea, fans, if you're upset, calm down. Look at the collective. Rival fans, if you're out there, definitely be concerned. Definitely be concerned. Yeah, Man City have got Pep Guardiola right now. He ain't going to be there forever. No Rodri this season. I'm not saying that Chelsea are going to challenge, but when Chelsea go to the Etihad later on in the season, I think they're going to give it a good go. You look at Liverpool. Liverpool are looking pretty solid. You can't disrespect that. Getting the wins, defensively keeping it calm, looking more controlled. But they're going to have tests, and that test will be next Sunday against Chelsea. And I can't wait to watch that as a neutral because it's going to be a very big test for both clubs because none of them, apart from Chelsea playing Man City first game of the season, have had that big top 6 clash yet. But now their fruits are ripening and they're starting to build their way. It's going to be great to watch, even though Chelsea have got 2 suspensions, which I mentioned. And then you look at Arsenal. Now, Arsenal, yeah, they're winning. 1-0 down against Southampton. Went behind against Leicester. This is not, smooth sailing for Arsenal. They're winning games and they are showing that they've got that bite, they've got that hunger, they've got the mentality to overcome obstacles that are coming their way at the moment. But this isn't a Gabriel Saliba masterclass this season. They're conceding goals as well. So I'm not going to lie, Chelsea are going under the radar, being 3 points off them, 4 points off Liverpool. Imagine they go to Anfield and win. That would be a statement. That would be the statement. Now, whether they do that, I don't know. But all I'm saying is Chelsea are really in this hunt for top four. I believe that they now will get top four. I know it's early to say and things can happen in football, but they're showing that consistency. They're showing that they're going to win games and they've got a strong team and they've got a strong squad and they're not right now getting a lot of injuries. So you look at it and, you know, they're on the right tracks. It's simple as that. I really like what Maresca's building at the moment. I think the players are really buying into him. And I also think he's giving them confidence. And that's the perfect puzzle, really, because everyone's in it together. You haven't got one person unhappy here. You haven't got one person saying this. You haven't got one person getting minutes when they're not performing. You know, if you're not performing, you're getting subbed. He's making subs early. Even as a Chelsea fan, you've got to admit this. Antonio Conte used to make subs so late. Pochettino used to make subs so late. He is actually a proactive manager. And that's what I like about Maresca as well. If he doesn't like something he's seeing, 65th minute, 70th minute, 58th minute, he is making a change because he wants to win that game and it's for that game only. Doesn't mean that this player's not going to start this game next or whatever it is. He needs to win that game in that 90 minutes. And against Forest, yeah, it didn't come off. He tried bringing all the changes, but at least he went for it. It shows the intent of what he wants to do. And if he carries on doing that, then all players know they're going to get minutes. All players know they can fight for their place. And all players know they're going to contribute. And they've got a manager that believes in them. Chelsea are on the right tracks. Don't be confused by the blip against Nottingham Forest. It's as simple as that. But it will be interesting to see how they do at Anfield next Sunday. That's a game that everyone's going to be watching for the right reasons of seeing how Liverpool can do against a Chelsea team that have guile and have pace on the break. But also how Chelsea deal with a Liverpool team that are going to try and have control, which is what I feel Chelsea want to have as well. So the clash of styles is going to be so entertaining. So let's see what happens. But Chelsea look like they're here to stay. And right now, it looks like they're only going to get better. So guys, make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe. And make sure you check out all the content. It's Tyrant MC, and I am out.